Welcome to Tell It to Someone, the only show where the grass is always greener after you get rained on. First question is from Empirical Mind. How long is a piece of string, and is that what scientists mean when they talk about string theory? Well, a quantum string is, of course, a subatomic. Well, it's not really a particle. It's sort of a thing, and it's the theory that we're all made from string. So what they did was a guy called Schrodinger took a cat and put it in a box, and the cat was then given a piece of string to chase, and that's how they learned that the cat was dead. Somehow, I think. Next question is from Spachiman300. Do you like spam? Well, I wasn't marked as spam, so I don't. Well, there was this other comment in the comments section last week that that told me where to find very attractive young women, and I clicked on that, and some Nigerians took all my money, so not really. Next question is from Darren McGann. Hey DT, if the government allowed you to have a cool sign-off, what would that cool sign-off sound like? It would sound like... That's what happens. I swear too much, and it's often the last thing I say before I walk away. And that gets censored. So if I say that thing, then that's why I don't have one. I mean, it's cool to swear. Everybody says it's cool to swear. But I'm not allowed to, because the hot chicks walk away from me. Maybe it's context. Next question is from Lila. What is all this talk about black holes and of white holes? Are they really still that racist? Well, yes, but actually, it's all to do with string theory again. You see, what they do after they put the cat in the box and the cat dies, or isn't dead, or both at the same time, is they take a mouse, not like one with a cord or cordless mouse, like it's like a live living mouse, and they put that in with the cat. And if the mouse is alive, then it will dig a hole, and a white mouse will dig a white hole, and a black mouse will dig a black hole. A grey mouse will, dig a grey hole. And anyway, the cat, see, when the cat catches a mouse, and lets it go again, it's actually looking for the mouse hole, because the mouse will always go back to the mouse hole, and that's where all the mice come from. From the other universe that's full of mice. That's where the mice come out into our universe. That's why the cats try to... Because the cat wants to get into the other universe, because that's, string theory, because it wants to be both dead and alive at the same time. That makes sense. Serious Mind asks, what is objectively the best province or territory in Australia? By what standard? How do you determine this, and how was that standard determined? Well, we don't have any provinces. We've got, 2 territories, 3 or 4 if you count Norfolk Island and the Australian Antarctic Territory. And, well, the Canberra, that's the capital territory, that's, full of politicians. And the Antarctic Territory is full of penguins. And the Norfolk Island Territory, that's full of Jehovah's Witnesses. They were descended from people who took the bounty, but then they became Jehovah's Witnesses somehow. I don't know how. Maybe all pirates become Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know. Nicole SD asks, how would somebody say goodbye to a yellow brick road? Does this make sense to you? And why would the dogs of society howl anywhere near the yellow brick road? Well, okay, so you the other thing that you could do is say hello to the yellow brick road, and that's when the boss of the Lollipop Guild, he's like this big union guy, and he doesn't want you to go to the Emerald City, because the Emerald City is it's like a union shop only, so you can't go to the Emerald City to see the wizard unless you've got a union ticket to the Lollipop Guild. And if you don't have that, then you're going to have to say hello to the yellow brick road, and they do this by going, say hello to that yellow brick road. Hello, yellow brick road. You don't want to do that. You want to say goodbye to the yellow brick road and go across country, and therefore avoid the union thugs. I mean, they're only that big because they're munchkins, but you know, if they can reach your face, then you're going to get a face full of pavement. My 1000 Faces asks, as the problems of the Middle East escalate, which historical figure would you think would win in an actual pissing contest? Well, you don't want a certain French king, because you know he had a little problem with his waterworks. So you want somebody who would actually, who does actually have a lot to give, which means no Mozart either, because he died of like kidney malfunction. So I reckon Hemingway, Mariel Hemingway. Next question is from somebody else. Oh, James the Cripple. Since you have Christmas in summer instead of winter, do you hear Christmas carols like "I Am Dreaming of a White Christmas" and "Jingle Bells" in Australia? Well, we do dream of white Christmases. I mean, we're eating a lot of pudding and turkey and Christmas cake and chestnuts on an open fire. And it's really, really hot because it's like the middle of summer. And it's like, oh my god, I want to go into a walk-in freezer and just sit there while I digest. And it's all fun, but we do want a white Christmas, not the racist kind, because that's for the quantum mice, but real, like with snow and stuff. Mitch Crane asks, the dictionary defines a mole as a spy who achieves a long period in an important position in the securities defences of a country. Is your mole spying on Australia, or is your head just a retired home for superannuated spies? Well, the little mole on my head there is well, the Bulgarians tried to assassinate him, so he had to retire. And by retired, they mean like buried within my scalp. It's rather painful for the mole, not for me. I'm okay. I don't even realise it's there most of the time. Next question is from Eminem #1 fan. How do you differentiate between a large group of crows and a case of multiple crows killed? Well, a murder of crows and a murder of crows is pretty much the same thing, except one is alive and one is dead. So you've got a murdered murder and you've got a murder, and so it's you just use the word murder more than once. And I was going to link this back to string theory, but cats don't kill crows all that much. They kill ducks. My cat killed a bunch of ducks. Rolf Nichols asks, if bee collects nectar and pollen, where and when do you get the wax from for their combs? No peeking on Google. Well, what they do is they've got these little glands on their thorax, and it sort of comes out in sort of sheets behind it, and then they masticate it up and then put it into their combs. in perfect hexagons. And you didn't think I knew that already, but my dad was a beekeeper. And sometimes I just can't think of a joke to put in it, so I go for facts. And that never ends well. That almost never ends well. Except for when people ask for actual facts. I mean, they don't have ears. And you can't make good honey containing jars with ear wax, because it tastes like earwax. Oh, and I'm back. That's it for Tell Someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, then ask me a question. And your dovetail question, of course, is this. I'm dangerously talented, and